So about a week ago, I actually created a video on promoting your videos on social media and I wasn't really happy with it. So after spending a few hours on a blog post, which I will link in the description down below, here is a true guide to promoting your videos on Tumblr. So I'll start this video off with a thing that this guy, Derek Halpern, who is like this expert in, social media and getting an audience and all that stuff says, which is spend 80% of your time promoting content and 20% of your time creating content. So I don't know that I'm fully at that stage yet, but what I do know is that if you just spent 5 hours creating a video, you best not be just uploading it and waiting for people to come. So when I first started putting my videos out there on Tumblr, I literally would just share my video without any real context, just like my video, no real description of what it was or push to like it or share it or reblog it. And since then, I would like to say, no, I can confidently say that my Tumblr game has totally gotten stronger. So my first tip, you should be creating images for your social media posts. Like I said, I used to literally share a video and I would get no reblogs, maybe like one like from a very kind subscriber. Then I started making images that kind of represented my videos, like these. And I got so much more love, like 1000% more love. And if you don't know Photoshop, then the gift from God, Canva, is there, where you can create a social media image in literally like a second. Let me show you. So using Canva is so simple. Just go onto canva.com, then it has a Tumblr graphic social media post option. And then it has all these preloaded templates that you can use. Majority of them are free, some of them are paid. So then all I'm doing is going to uploads and I've got a picture of what my video is about. So I'm just going to do this DIY bralette one and making it bigger and putting it to the back. Then just changing the text, changing the colors around, adding in a little link to my YouTube channel. And then I'm done. So I'm just going to save it and that's when I just upload it to Tumblr. So my second tip on top of creating your own images for Tumblr is to share your words on Tumblr. I used to think that all of my talky, like more inspirationally kind of videos would never be able to be used for Tumblr. And then I actually tried it. And as it turns out, I am completely wrong. And one of my most popular posts to date, it's like upwards of 2,000 notes, is a more informative written text post with I think like one graphic. So tips for making your written posts the best that they can be is to use Hemingway, which is an app that I'll link down below. So Hemingway analyzes your text and tells you how readable that text is to the average person. And bullet points, numbered lists, and headings are like your best friends when it comes to posts on Tumblr. So my third tip is about getting people to actually find your stuff. First thing, tagging. So on Tumblr, the first 20 tags show up in the search. So use the first 20 tags to the max and make sure the first 5 tags are the most relevant to your video. Before I start tagging, what I always do is just look up what I'm about to post. So if I'm posting a DIY skirt video, I will look up DIY skirt on Tumblr. I see what the top results have tagged their images and I use those tags. So it's super important to create like a little spiel at the bottom of your image or the bottom of your text post that has a call to action to visit your video. So for instance, if you were posting a DIY skirt video, the caption of your Tumblr post could be something like, if you dig Star Wars pattern fabrics and super flowy skirt DIYs, then check out my video, here's the link. But basically just try and keep it real, be authentic in those little spiels and always give people an action. So go and look at my video. A good way to track the clicks on your link is to use bit.ly, which I'll link in the description below. It's a service that gives you statistics on how many people have clicked on your links, what days, everything like that. So the next way to promote on Tumblr is to use the submissions. So whenever I post a DIY, I go to all of the DIY submission blogs that exist and I submit my super shareable social media image to them and ask them to post it on their blog. And most, if not all of them, accept my submission and post my image to their blog as well as the link to my video. And they get like so many notes because they're super niche and they have so many followers. I sound like a crazy person. So I encourage you to 100%, if you can, submit your posts through the submissions function on Tumblr. So really quickly, I want to go through a quick list of the types of posts that I've put on Tumblr and what the outcome was of those posts. So firstly, round about a year ago, I created a New Year's resolution video on Marshall V where I just listed a bunch of ideas for New Year's resolutions basically. And what I did with that video was created a list of the things that I said in my video, wrote it out all nice and spaced out on a Tumblr post, and put a few relevant links in there. So for instance, my second tip was start a YouTube channel, and then I had Just Do It, and Just Do It was a link to a video on my channel that was all about the stupid excuses that you have for before starting YouTube, something like that. Then I hashtag New Year's resolutions, New Year's, and that post got like 285 notes, which is awesome because that was completely from search. I would never be able to get 285 notes on my own. Doesn't sound like an excessive amount, but that's 285 people that hadn't seen my channel before that might have now seen my channel. So really like informative, kind of semi-educational posts do really well on Tumblr. So this was for a really old video on study tips and techniques. And once again, all I did was link to my video about study tips and then I just listed what I said in sort of point form. There is a huge study community on Tumblr, so before I actually posted this, I searched for study tips and I found that there's all these blogs on study tips and study inspiration. And they have a hashtag that's studyspo that a lot of them use. So I used that hashtag along with a bunch of others that I copied from high posts in that search. And that post has gotten 2,606 notes so far. So anything educational or just informative in general that you do, I think people on Tumblr will appreciate it. People will surprise you. So the next type of post that you can do is like a step-by-step guide type post. So for this one on DIY bralettes, I have just taken snaps of my video throughout the DIY process, put little step captions, so step 1, sew your bralette straps, etc, until I got to the end. I kept it really condensed. So I didn't actually include every single step along the way because that would be ridiculous. And the awesome thing about these posts is if someone reblogged that and they really wanted to do it, more than likely they would click on my video. And that post has 651 notes. So at this point, you have a really good overview of what to do with your videos on Tumblr, and you probably have a whole bunch of videos that you should be promoting. So I encourage you to take some action, create some promotional images, add a whole bunch of tags and a call to action and post them on Tumblr. And that's about it for my Tumblr tips. I hope that these have helped. Do you guys have any Tumblr tips that you could share back with me? If so, please tell me in the comments below. I feel like I'm so formal here as opposed to my main channel, but please let me know in the comments below. Also, take a look at the blog post below because it does have additional info and tips that you can check out. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and follow me on social media. It's all linked below and I will see you soon.